The biggest lie about money is this. Most people think they need a higher salary to become free. They think if I make more money, all my problems will disappear. But look around. Many people earn a lot of money and still live with stress every single day. They worry about bills. They worry about debt. They worry about losing their job.
At the same time, there are people who earn much less, but sleep peacefully because they know how to manage money. So maybe financial freedom is not about how much you make. Maybe it is about what you do with what you have. Today, I want to share 10 habits that can completely change your financial future. These are not magic tricks. They are not secret investments. They are not ways to get rich overnight. They are simple habits that many financially successful people follow every day. The best part is that anyone can start them, even if you have very little money today, even if you have made mistakes in the past. Your future does not have to look like your past. It starts with one habit, then another, and another. Years later, those small habits become a completely different life. So stay with me until the end, because the last habit may be the one that changes everything. Let's begin. The first habit is spending less than you earn. It sounds simple, maybe too simple, but most people never truly master it. Imagine you earn $1,000 every month. If you spend $1,000, you save nothing. If you spend $1,100, you go into debt. But if you spend $800, you keep $200 for your future. It is not exciting. Nobody posts about it on social media. Nobody becomes famous because they made a smart budget. But this simple habit creates the base for every strong financial life. Many people increase their spending every time their income grows. They get a better job. Then they buy a better phone, a bigger house, a newer car, more expensive clothes. Soon they are earning more than ever before, but they still have no money left at the end of the month. This is called lifestyle inflation. Your income goes up, your spending goes up even faster. You feel richer, but you are not becoming wealthier. Real wealth grows quietly. It grows when you keep part of your income instead of spending all of it. Ask yourself one question. When your next paycheck comes, will you own your money? Or will your money already belong to someone else? The second habit is paying yourself first. Most people pay everyone else first. They pay rent, electricity, internet, loans, shopping, restaurants, subscriptions. Then they look at what is left. Usually nothing. Financially free people do something different. The moment they receive money, they save part of it first, even if it is only 5%, even if it is only $10. They treat saving like a bill they must pay, because they know something important. If you wait until the end of the month to save money, there is usually nothing left. Money has a funny way of disappearing. There is always another sale, another dinner, another reason to spend. But when you save first, your future becomes more important than today's small wants. Imagine planting a tree. You do not wait until the tree is big before watering it. You water it from the first day. Your savings work the same way. Small amounts become large over time. The third habit is avoiding bad debt. Not all debt is the same. Some debt
helps you build a better future. But bad debt does the opposite.
Bad debt buys things that lose value while the payments stay. Think about buying expensive things just to impress other people. A luxury phone you cannot afford, designer clothes on a credit card, a car that takes half your monthly income. These things may look good for a short time, but the bills stay much longer than the excitement. Debt steals something very important. It steals your choices.
When you owe money everywhere, you cannot easily leave a job you dislike. You cannot take new opportunities. You cannot relax because someone always wants payment. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day. At first, it feels okay. Then, more weight is added. Soon, every step becomes harder. That is how bad debt works. Financial freedom is not only about making more money. Sometimes it is about removing the weight that keeps pulling you down. Before buying something, ask yourself one simple question. Will this purchase make my future better? Or will it only make today feel exciting?
Many people confuse wants with needs. That mistake costs them years of financial progress. The happiest people are not always the ones with the newest things. Very often, they are the people who have peace of mind. Because peace is worth much more than showing off. Money should give you freedom, not more stress. And the habits we have talked about so far may seem small, but small habits repeated every week, every month, and every year create amazing results. Think about a tiny drop of water. One drop changes nothing, but millions of drops can shape a mountain.
Your financial life works the same way. One smart choice may not change your life today, but thousands of smart choices will change your future forever. Now, the next habit is where many people begin to separate themselves from the crowd. It is one of the biggest reasons some people build wealth while others stay in the same place year after year. And once you understand it, you will never look at money the same way again. Most people believe the answer to every money problem is to earn more. More salary, more overtime, more hours. But there is a limit to how many hours you can work. There are only 24 hours in a day. You cannot work forever. That is why the fourth habit is learning to make your money work for you. Think about this. Every dollar you save is like a tiny worker. You have two choices. You can spend that worker today, or you can give that worker a job. If it does a good job, it brings back another worker. Then those two workers bring back more. Slowly, your money begins to grow without you working extra hours. This does not happen in 1 week. It does not happen in 1 month. But over many years, the difference becomes huge. This is why patient people often become wealthy, not because they are lucky, because they gave their money time to grow. Many people become impatient. They want fast results. They see someone online showing a luxury car and saying, "I became rich in 30 days." It sounds exciting, but real wealth usually grows quietly, like a tree. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up every morning to see if it has grown. You trust the process. Money works the same way. The people who become financially free are often the people who stay patient while everyone else is chasing quick money. The fifth habit is always learning new skills.
Your income often follows your skills. Think about two people starting the same job. After 5 years, one person is still doing the same work. The other person keeps learning. They improve their communication. They learn technology. They solve bigger problems. They become more valuable. Who do you think will have better opportunities? The second person, because companies pay more for people who can solve bigger problems. Your biggest investment is not your phone, not your car, not your clothes. It is yourself. The knowledge you gain today can help you for the rest of your life. Nobody can steal your skills. Nobody can take away what you have learned. Even if you lose your job, your knowledge stays with you. Spend a little time every day learning something useful. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos.
Take courses. Practice new skills. 1 hour every day may not feel important. But after 1 year, that is more than 300 hours of learning. Imagine where that could take you. The sixth habit is having more than one source of income. Many people depend on only one paycheck. If that paycheck stops, everything becomes difficult. Bills do not stop. Rent does not stop. Life does not stop. That is why financially smart people slowly build another source of income. It does not have to be huge. It can start very small. Maybe a small online business, maybe freelance work, maybe creating videos, maybe selling a skill, maybe investing over time. The goal is not to become rich next month. The goal is to make your financial life stronger. Think of a chair. If a chair has only one leg, it falls over. If it has 4 strong legs, it stands firm. Your income works the same way. The more healthy income sources you build over time, the more secure your future becomes. The seventh habit may be the hardest one for many people. It is learning to say no. No to things you cannot afford. No to buying something just because everyone else has it. No to trying to impress people who are not paying your bills. Many people spend money to look rich. Financially free people often spend money to become rich. There is a big difference. Imagine 2 neighbors. One buys a brand new luxury car every few years. The other drives a simple car, but quietly saves and invests every month. At first, the first neighbor looks more successful. People admire the car. They take pictures. They ask questions. The second neighbor gets very little attention. Years later, something interesting happens. The shiny car has lost much of its value, but the money that was saved and invested has continued to grow. Real wealth is often invisible. It is not always the biggest house. It is not always the most expensive watch. Sometimes real wealth is simply having enough money to make your own choices, to take a vacation without worry, to help your family, to leave a stressful job, to sleep peacefully at night. That kind of freedom is hard to see from the outside, but it is worth far more than anything you can buy in a store. One of the strongest people in the world is the person who can delay pleasure today for a better tomorrow. That takes discipline. And discipline may not feel exciting today, but your future self will thank you for it. So far, we have talked about spending wisely, saving first, avoiding bad debt, letting your money grow,
improving your skills, building more than one income, and learning to say no. These habits alone can completely change a person's financial future. But the last three habits are even more powerful. They are the habits that separate people who simply earn money from people who create lasting wealth for themselves and for the next generation. And one of those habits is so simple that almost everyone ignores it, even though it could save them thousands of dollars and years of regret. The eighth habit is planning before you spend.
Most people make money decisions with their emotions. They walk into a store for one thing, they walk out with five. They open an online shopping app just to look. 30 minutes later, they have placed an order. Have you ever done that? It feels good for a moment. Then the package arrives. A few days later, the excitement is gone. But your money is gone too. Financially free people do something different. They pause. They think. They ask themselves a simple question. Do I really need this? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Sometimes the answer is yes. Many times the answer is no. A smart trick is to wait one day before buying anything expensive. If you still want it after 24 hours, then think again. You will be surprised how many things you no longer want after a little time. This small habit can save thousands of dollars over the years. Every dollar you do not waste is another dollar that can build your future. Money is like water. If your bucket has holes, it does not matter how much water you pour in. It will keep leaking out. Many people try to earn more money while ignoring the holes. Financially free people fix the leaks first. Then every dollar starts working harder. The ninth habit is thinking long term. We live in a world that wants everything fast. Fast food, fast delivery, fast success. Fast money. But real wealth usually grows slowly. Imagine two friends. One wants quick results. Every month, he jumps from one money idea to another. One week it is crypto, the next week it is trading, then it is a new business idea, then something else. He never stays with one plan long enough to see results. The second friend chooses one simple plan. He saves, he invests, he keeps learning. He stays patient. Year after year, he follows the same path. 10 years later, people call him lucky. But it was never luck. It was consistency. Small actions repeated for a long time become powerful. Think about brushing your teeth. Doing it once changes nothing. Doing it every day keeps your teeth healthy. Money works the same way. One smart decision will not make you rich. Thousands of smart decisions will. Success is rarely one big moment. It is many small moments that most people never notice. The 10th and final habit is protecting your money. Many people know how to make money. Very few know how to keep it. Imagine filling a bucket with water all day. Now imagine someone secretly making holes in the bottom. No matter how hard you work, the bucket never stays full. That happens with money too. Scams, bad investments, impulse shopping, expensive habits, trying to copy other people's lifestyles. These things slowly empty your bucket. Financially free people are careful. They do not believe every promise of easy money. If someone says, double your money in 1 week, they ask questions. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. They understand that protecting money is just as important as earning it, because every dollar you keep has the chance to grow. Every dollar you lose has to be earned again. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking financial freedom is only for rich people. It is not. Financial freedom is built by ordinary people making ordinary decisions again and again. You do not need to win the lottery. You do not need a perfect job. You do not need to be born into a rich family. You need good habits. Think back to the beginning of this video. We talked about spending less than you earn, paying yourself first, avoiding bad debt, making your money work for you, learning new skills, building more than one income, saying no to unnecessary spending, planning before you buy, thinking long term, protecting the money you already have. None of these habits will change your life tonight, but together they can completely change your life over the next 5, 10, or 20 years. Imagine waking up one morning without feeling afraid of bills. Imagine having savings for emergencies. Imagine being able to help your parents, your children, or someone you love without worrying about your bank account. Imagine choosing where you work instead of working only because you have no other choice. That is what financial freedom really means. It is not about buying everything you want. It is about having the freedom to live life on your own terms. The journey begins with one decision. Not next year, not next month, today. Because the best time to build wealth was years ago. The second best time is now. If even one of these habits spoke to you, don't just remember it. Start using it today. One small change may not feel important this week, but your future self could look back years from now and realize that this was the day everything started to change. If you enjoyed this video and want more simple ideas that can help you build wealth, improve your mindset, and create a better future, make sure you subscribe and join us for the next video. Until then, take care of your money, and your money will slowly start taking care of you.